Hello and welcome back to the course on MetaTrader 4. We've already talked about templates and we've even learned a secret hack to the terminal for the default template. And today we will learn another great and very powerful feature which is called profiles. So what are profiles? Well, here you can see our 12 charts. As you can see there, the number of charts is growing very quickly. And we've arranged them and we've customized them to our liking. So perhaps this overall screen that we have in front of us right now allows us to perform a certain type of analysis. Let's say, for argument's sake, that this screen is, we use the screen when we want to analyze how the British pound and the dollar are moving, because you can see that all of the currencies, or most of the currencies here on the left, have the dollar, and a couple of currencies here on the right have the British pound. So perhaps this is our personal setup to analyze the movements of the dollar and the British pound. But now we have a question. What if we want to analyze some other currency pairs? What if I need to go and, for instance, analyze how the New Zealand dollar is moving and what the patterns are there? Well, in that case, I will have to open more charts, but more charts won't fit here. If that's not going to happen, then I might need to close charts. But that would be a shame, right? Why would I close the charts when it took me such a long time to set all of this up? And I will definitely be using this setup later on, even maybe in the same day. But just right now, I need to look at the New Zealand dollar charts. So how do I go about that? Well, this is where profiles come into play. Profiles allow you to save your workspace so that you can return to it later on. And in order to get to the profiles menu, you have to go to File, and then in the drop down, look at Profiles. And here you can see that there are already a couple of profiles here. Automatically, you're working in the default profile. Then there's a British pound, euro, market overview, and Swiss franc profile. So these are prepackaged profiles, and we're not going to bother with them. We're going to create our own profiles. So right now, what we're going to do is we're going to click Save As. And this will allow us to save this profile give it a name so that we can bring it up later on. And this time, for this profile, we'll call it, let's say, US dollar and GBP analysis. And click OK, or maybe capital A. There you go. Click OK. So now if you go to profiles, you will see that we're working in the USD and GBP analysis profile. And now what we want to do is we want to leave this profile as it is. We don't want to change anything, and we want to start creating a new one. So to do that, what you need to do is go to profiles, and now you need to click again Save As and start a new profile. So the one we want to create is NZD, so New Zealand dollar analysis. And it doesn't matter that the charts are the same for now. What we have achieved so far is that now we're working in the different profiles. So any changes that we make, they'll be saved automatically. So that's why we don't want to make changes while we're in that profile. We want to make all the changes once we're in the new profile. So now we can go ahead and close all of these charts because, for instance, we don't need them for this particular analysis. And we're going to open up some other charts. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's say we want to look at the Euro New Zealand dollar. And by the way, as you can see, the charts are being opened in our template that we've set as the default template. If you don't want that to happen, all you have to do is go to Templates, Save Templates, and just remove this default template. So delete, then cancel that. And now any chart that you open, so let's find another New Zealand dollar currency pair, New Zealand dollar, Japanese yen. There we go. Now you will see that they're opened in the standard MetaTrader 4 template, the one that's prepackaged. And let's say we want to change this one. I've already saved our previous template as the green one, so the one that we worked with before. So let's open that one up. And finally, let's add another chart for the New Zealand dollar. So there's British pound, New Zealand dollar, chart window. And let's say we want to put it over here. And let's say we want to give this one a different template. So black, green, red, for instance. There we go. So maybe you might want to change this as well, just to make it look good. It's totally up to you. So there we go. Now we have our setup to analyze the New Zealand dollar. So here we have Euro New Zealand dollar, Japanese yen, and British pound New Zealand dollar. So We look at this screen, we analyze, we make our decisions, maybe make some, create some trades and so on. And then we're done. We're done for the day with the New Zealand dollar. We want to go back to our previous setup. How do we do that? Well, it's very simple. All you have to do is click the drop down for File, go to Profiles, and just select your previous setup. Just click it, and there you go. That's your previous setup. And you can continue working with the US dollar and the British pound analysis. And another handy feature here is that you can switch between the templates very quickly. You don't have to go to File and Profiles. All you have to do as you can see here, press Ctrl F5 on your keyboard for the next template and Shift F5 for the previous one. So that will switch here between these two. So let's try that. So I'm going to press Ctrl F5. As you can see, that's my New Zealand dollar template, and Shift F5, that's my template for the two currency pairs that I was analyzing earlier. There you go. That's the power of profiles. So once again, these two very powerful features of MetaTrader 4, which are templates and profiles, are very highly underestimated by traders. You can use them, and you totally should use them to tailor your experience in MetaTrader 4 and make things much more convenient. So you're not wasting time on opening up charts or changing how they look. With templates and profiles, opening charts and screens is a matter of seconds, and you can be back at the fun stuff, at the important stuff, at trading within very short periods of time. And that gives you a great advantage over traders who constantly spend a lot of time setting up their charts and changing from one currency pair to another currency pair. Like this, you've set everything up, you've saved your profile, and you just go in and analyze, and you switch different profiles when you need to change the currency pairs you're analyzing. Simple as that. Hope you enjoyed this, and I really hope that you will leverage the power of templates and profiles in your experience with MetaTrader 4. And I look forward to seeing you next time. Until then, happy trading.